What's up, everyone? We are Vinos Hermanos, two brothers. We're trying to learn more about food and wine. And we're back for a brand new episode where we'll try wine called Kung Fu Girl, which is made from the grape Riesling.
Yeah, and to honor the name Kung Fu Girl, we actually thought about making an Asian-style dish. So we got this recipe from our friend Diana. So thank you very much. But
Thank you.
That being said, we've never done this before. So hopefully it will turn out okay.
Let's hope for the best. But with that being said, let's get some ingredients, right?
Yeah.
Now, as previously mentioned, Kung Fu Girl is made from the grape Riesling, which is a green grape that is grown in colder climates in countries such as Germany, Austria, France, but you can also find it in the New World. And when you're talking about the New World in relation to wine, you usually refer to countries outside of Europe, such as the US, where this one is made.
Yeah, and because it's grown in colder climates, it takes longer for the grape to mature. And this tends to make the wine more acidic. So it's very, very common to find some citrus tones, but you can also find some tropical fruit, some apples, some flowers maybe, and even some honey.
Right. So with that being said, should we get started on the food?
Yeah.
Now, Kung Fu Girl is made by a quite charismatic winemaker named Charles Smith, and he really stands out from the norm. He's self-taught and he's quite unique in a sense, and he actually comes from the world of rock and roll.
Yeah, like Alex previously mentioned, just mentioned, he's not your traditional winemaker, the old man sitting in this cellar with the barrels, just ding ding ding.
Because that's what the rest of the entire world's winemakers look like, right?
Exactly. So, but what we really think is cool with them is that because we both work in marketing, is they really understands the science of marketing.
Totally. I mean, just look at some of the names and the labels of his wines, like this one, Kung Fu Girl, The Creator, Boom Boom, just to name a few. So it really stands out from the more traditional, a bit more posh, Chateau de blah blah blah.
Shut the beep, better boop.
Exactly. So with that being said, should we try the wine?
Yeah, definitely.
And to start off with, just by looking at it, it has like a light yellow color, which is quite common for a Riesling.
It's very clear. I even get some like greenish color as well.
Yeah, some greenish tones, and when you smell it, you get a bit of citrus, but you definitely get the more tropical notes, which you referred to earlier.
Yeah, and that is not super uncommon as well. And you can get the flower. I'm lacking the name right now, but it's a certain flower. Elderflower? No, I can't remember.
Yeah, is it elderflower? Let's skip that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely some tropical tones, a little bit of citrus. So let's try it.
Yeah.
Salud.
All right.
Okay. It's not bad.
No. You get some acidity. Like the citrus, it dies off almost immediately. Yeah, it's very, very sweet. You get like very, very like tropical. It's not dry at all. It's very fruity.
Yeah, and actually that surprised me because Rieslings are they're very acidic, but they're not as sugary. This one seems quite sweet. I don't know the sugar quantity of this particular wine, but usually it's not that high for a Riesling. But this one is fairly sweet.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, doesn't have to be a bad thing. I mean, for me, I think this is a decent wine. It's not my favorite, but the interesting thing is that we will accompany it with an Asian influenced dish. And when you're talking about Asian food, it's usually, well, if it's Thai food, which we usually go for, shout out to
Kruat Thai, Melbourne.
Exactly, but I mean that is usually really spicier than a motherfucker, and it's quite salty. So it's can be quite hard to pair it with the wine just because of the spiciness and the saltiness usually overrides the flavor of the wine.
Exactly, like that is the most crucial part about pairing the wine with the actual food. Like, will the food be overwhelming, or will this survive? Will it be a good complement to each other, or is this just a substitution before the actual dish?
Exactly, but now that you mention it, just because of it being quite sweet and sugary, maybe that could work, you know, because of the fact that you have some spiciness and saltiness in Asian food, but you also have some sweetness, which is not at all uncommon. So maybe it will pair quite well. I mean, we just have to try and see.
Okay, pray to God.
But I mean, with that said, let's get started with the food.
Yeah,
because I am hungry.
Yeah, it looks great. I'm starving. So let's wrap this up.